Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you guys so much for joining me for another video. I'm Living History Militaria, and today, as promised, I have my newest editions videos. Little pan of what we got going on. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, cool. I'm going to start. These are some finds I actually found at the thrift store. I was going and looking through their vinyl records, and I had seen just this little portion peeking out, staring right at me. I saw all the patches. I was like, whoa, what is that? So I picked it out, and it is a GI's Germany. I think this was, this is a 60s vinyl record. Let's see. But it's got recorded on the spot in Germany with the cooperation of the U.S. Army Air Force and the Army. And then there's a whole list of a bunch of different cities and whatnot that all these recordings were taken in. And you open it up, and it's not there's a little bit of music in here, but what it is, it's just like a whole bunch of different sounds. This is I think there's a bunch of different letters written in here. This is pretty cool. It's like a little booklet. Yeah, check that out. Right there is pretty cool. Here we go. Table of contents. The only music that is in here is like the big bands, parade bands, and whatnot, and the other stuff is just ambiance. Troop ship arrival, dockside sounds, welcoming army band, debarking train departure, church bells, German toilet. Yep, that one's in there. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of cool stuff. I played it, and it's pretty interesting. So I was like, I don't know if this counts as a addition to my record collection or my World War II collection, but either way, it's a really cool album to have. In sound and music. And right here. So settle back and listen. You'll have the best seat in the beer hall and the noisiest foxhole in Grafenwar. Whole bunch of reminiscing stuff. Pretty cool. I got it for like 50 cents, something like that. So, and if anybody is into either what do you want to call it? Research and reference books or actual novels and stories, the thrift store is a great place to go look. I found all of these. I think the hardcovers were like $1.50 and the paperbacks were like maybe $1, something like that. Let's see, we got Turning Points of World War II. There's two small hardcovers here, Battle of Britain and Pearl Harbor. Got this, World War II. This one's kind of an older one. These are all from actually my high school's old library, which is pretty funny. But some of these books are actually pretty old. This is a 1969 copyrighted book. So just the old books that the library, recycled and got rid of, supposedly. War and Remembrance. I think this is a World War I novel. No, World War II, Viewpoint American. Right there. Pretty cool. Big old book. Right here, Company of Heroes. Real Band of Brothers. This one's really cool. I can't wait to read this one. Decent sized book. And it's got like a picture section in here too. Pretty cool. About some of the guys in Easy Company. This is the First World War I. The First World War by John Keegan. This one's a little bit thicker, and great military historian John Keegan produced the definitive account of the Great War. So I think that this is kind of like a true events not necessarily a fiction novel, more just information on the First World War and whatnot, so that'll be fun. So yeah, definitely check out the thrift stores. I've also found I think it was printed in like 1900 or something like that. It was New York in Gettysburg. Nice, big, original, just classic reference book. So you can find a lot of cool things at a lot of unexpected places. And I got some more patches in. Right down here, this is another Phantom or Ghost Division. This one is the 17th Infantry Division, which was part of Operation Fortitude South 2. So, pretty cool. These two, I believe, these two were sewn. This one is uniform removed, and this one is taken off of a patch blanket. This is a 96th Infantry Division. This is a greenback. And right here is a first pattern, 7th Corps, with an OD border. You can see the original string that had it on the patch blanket. This is also a greenback, so I'm counting this one as... This one's almost like a triple win. It's an OD border, it's a first variation, and it's a greenback, so... And right here I got this for a really nice price, too. I think I paid like $10 for it. This is a second variation, I believe. The original World War II used variation of the 19th Corps. This is on felt, and it has a cheesecloth backing. So, more variations. Alright, I'm just going to group all my German stuff together, so just to get the disclosure out of the way, or disclaimer, I don't support the Third Reich or Nazis. The Nazis suck. This is all historical purposes. So, what I got here is a really nice wallet photo, original, of Adolf Hitler here in the passenger seat of his Mercedes 770K, I think it is. One of the parade cars, and... SS officer Otto Gunsch, I think it is, and Hitler's personal driver. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. But really cool. So that makes two original Hitler photos that I have. Right here, I picked these all up for a really nice price. I think I paid about $20 for all of these. A bunch of Reichsmarks. All these are various dates, 1940 to 1945. Bunch of different denominations, too, and they're all in a bunch of various conditions. This one down here is actually made out of aluminum. It's a really light coin. Just a different denomination, but it is denazified. 1940 denazified coin. And that one is just a... different denomination. Let me slide these aside. This one I've had in my collection, but I decided to move it into another frame to put the two sports eagles together. I got a really nice, it's a really nice piece. It's just, I can't say enough about it. This is a Luftwaffe sports eagle shirt patch that would be worn on the sports shirt, like, you know, the almost like a fatigue shirt. But you can see there's a little bit of staining on it, but it's not ripped or anything like that. And it is a really, it's a good sized piece. It's probably a good, I'd probably say probably a good 8x12. But really nice. And I think the two of these look really nice together in this, so I'm going to display these two together in a frame. And I got some smaller stuff right up here too. Got a nice little antique Japanese sake cup with some nice inlay. It looks like it is a fan, and it almost looks like it's Mount Fuji, some sort of mountain maybe right there. In the fan, and then you got a couple of leaves and a couple of cranes up top. Really cool. Little porcelain sake cup. Right here, I got a World War I original U.S. Signal Corps photo. You got 4 U.S. soldiers right here in front of what looks to be the entrance of a bunker. And they all have their gas mask bags on. Looks like this guy right down here is sitting down eating. Dude on the left here is having a cigarette. And I think this dude's having a cigarette as well. This is cool. There's the original Signal Corps. And then down on this side, it's got like a little stamp. This is labeled Sweeps. It's somewhere in France. I probably butchered it. What is that? July 10th, 1918. Suippes. It's the spelling. Pretty cool. And I got a couple of metal items as well. Got a nice little empty tin here. This is a first aid pouch, Carlisle model. There's an indentation on the back, and there's an indentation on the front. You can see right there, Carlisle model, and the instructions on how to apply the bandage. So my guess was this was probably in the carrying case, and the snap sits right about here, and either force of some sort was able to indent it. Could be just from something heavy sitting on it. Could be from, a blast. I doubt it, but more than likely probably just something sitting on it over time because all the paints wore off there too. Same with the back. And right here, this is something a little bit different. This is a full can of wood alcohol. Poison, wood alcohol, fuel tablet, ration heating. For heating a meal for 5 men or 6 individual meals using C rations. Manufactured by Hotel Research Laboratories, New York, New York. So this is full. And you got the directions on the back. Remove the cover by prying underneath the cover's edge. And then number 2, touch lighted match to the contents. And then to extinguish, hold the cover upside down on the can and slide over the flame. Do not blow out. Keep can tightly covered to prevent evaporation when not in use. It's pretty cool. Little something you'd use in the field for cooking. All right, and the final piece. Right here, I got a really nice Mark I Brody World War I lid. Another painted one with the 27th Infantry Division, New York Division. This one's really nice. Go ahead and take off. We have a small indentation on the top right up here by the rivet. Get a look at the insignia again. The original paint is on here too with some light gravel texture on it. A couple of painted skid pieces over here. A couple of marks up there. A couple different colored ones too. It's kind of weird. And then doesn't have a liner. It has remnants of it though. It's got little bit of a leather piece up there still, and a little bit of the cushion. I think that was the donut. Underneath here, you can see the rivets, or the bales. It's got the Mark I Brody rivets. You can tell the difference between the P-17 Doughboys and the Mark I Brodies by the way these little guys are right here. The British used these smaller gauge metal bales, while the Americans used thicker ones. And also the British had this split two prongs come out, whereas the American P-17 Doughboy has just a single circular rivet straight through. The heat stamp on this one, which is interesting because the person that I bought this off of said that there was only one marking they could find in here, and that was this number right here, which it is 1201365. So I got to do my research. I'm not sure if that is a service number or whatnot. But he said he couldn't find any other stamps. But when I was looking at it, I could have sworn that I had seen a letter H up here. And I did. So I took a steel brush and started brushing off some of the rust on the top here. And as you can see, I kind of got some of it to show. It is HV, and then 602 is underneath it. 602 is it's the best number that I can make out on here. It's definitely 60 something. Definitely, it's either a 3 or a 2, but HV, which I think V was Vickers, supplied the steel for these helmets. So really excited. That makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be my 6th World War I painted helmet. So very excited about that. And I got some more stuff coming in the mail this week. So I will have new stuff available or coming in here pretty soon. And I'm also going to be making a new video on my top 10 rarest or oddest items. I think is going to be my next one. So be sure to stick around for that. But I want to thank you guys again for staying tuned, and we'll see you in the next video.